Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Water Your Soil. I thank you all for stopping by. This video right here is probably one of my most important videos that I have done since I've been doing YouTube. And honestly, this relates to your credit score. And it's a big mistake that people make time and time again when I'm browsing the net or if I'm out in the streets in society, wherever. I hear people make this big mistake. And this mistake that people make and not knowing can cost them big time. So I'm going to get into it and I'm going to let you know what I'm referring to. You want to watch this video, all right? Let's go. So before I get started, I'd like to say happy Sunday to you all. This is Sunday. I do most of my recording on the weekends and at nighttime, or if it's the weekends, I do it during the day because I'm busy during the week. But other than that, I'd like to thank you all for helping me get to 100,000 views. I appreciate that. Without you all, there's no way this channel would have over 100,000 views. So thank you. But getting into the video, one major issue that I always come across, because I help people with their credit scores often, and one major issue that I always come across when I go and I meet with people and I ask them about, what's their credit score or where their credit score is at. And for about a good 85 to 90% of them, when I ask them for their credit score, guess what credit score they show me? They show me their Vantage score, their score that's over in the corner over here, their score from Credit Karma. And that's a big mistake. And I'll tell you why that's a big mistake. A lot of people don't understand, nor are they aware that your Credit Karma score is not your FICO score. Now, I know some people may be watching this and they be like, oh, I knew this, but you'll be surprised with how many people do not know that there's a big difference between your FICO score and your Credit Karma Vantage score. There's a big difference, and lenders tend to use FICO scores. It's the most used credit score by most lenders. So FICO score is what I like to focus on this channel. When I refer to credit scores on this channel, I'm referring mainly to FICO scores. Now, when it comes to FICO scores, there are a lot of FICO scores. You have FICO scores for homes, you have FICO scores for auto. There are so many different type of FICO scores that it is, but lenders tend to focus mainly on your FICO score. And the lenders, of course, they go on your scores from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. For those of you who don't know, those are the three major credit bureaus. There are more credit bureaus than that, but those are the three major ones: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. But your Credit Karma score is not your FICO score, and is usually not the score that lenders use. And that's why a lot of people, when they go out and they apply for a new loan or a new car or whatever it may be, they be like, well, my score on Credit Karma was a 720. Why is this score so much lower? Or to some people's surprise, they'll say, well, my credit score on Credit Karma was a 690. Why is this one 30 points higher? Because it varies. I had this discussion in my comment section regarding how Credit Karma scores can be either higher or lower than your FICO score. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's always going to be lower than your FICO score. Sometimes your Credit Karma score can be higher than your FICO score, but the key thing that you want to focus on is your FICO score, because after all the years of helping people with credit, one thing I noticed is that their FICO scores tend to be lower than what their Credit Karma scores were. So you always want to be on point, and that's a big mistake people make, because honestly, it can have you looking like a fool when you go out to an auto dealership or you go out and you try to get a loan for something and you realize that your credit score is not as high as you believed it was. And that can be disappointing, because you thinking your score is a 720 and it's really a 680, or you thinking your score is a 720 and you decide to go and apply for 5 credit cards with 5 different credit card distributors. You go to American Express, Chase, Capital One, and all different types of other places, and you're going off of the fact that you believe that you have a 720 credit score because of what Credit Karma showed you, and your score is actually in the 600s. That can hurt you a lot. So that's something that you want to be conscious of. I see people making this mistake all the time. If I could put it on a billboard, I would, honestly. And that may be a good future idea, but your credit karma score is not your FICO score. And more often than not, the lenders are not going to be paying attention to your credit karma score. So don't make that mistake, because it can have you looking foolish one day in the future. So some of you may wonder and be like, well, okay, since you're saying don't pay too much attention to your credit karma score, what's the purpose of credit karma? Listen, credit karma is a great tool to keep up with your Equifax and your TransUnion credit reports. They usually update those reports often. I know with TransUnion, Credit Karma updates your TransUnion report on a daily basis. So it's pretty good to use for that reason. I always tell people don't pay too much attention to the scores on Credit Karma, but what you do want to pay attention to your report and make sure things are not popping up that shouldn't be on your report. And make sure that you're paying attention to your utilization, because it does let you know what your utilization is and your accounts and how well you're managing your accounts and what you owed and what you paid. So it's still a good tool. Do not think that Credit Karma is not a good tool, because it's still a good tool to use. But one thing you need to do is pay more attention to your FICO score, because more than likely that's what's going to be used by these lenders. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you all. Like I said, I'm ecstatic about having 100,000 views on this channel. I appreciate you all for tuning in to me. Like I said, when I started out with this YouTube thing, I had absolutely no experience with YouTube, none. I did a video and someone uploaded it in the past. That was like maybe 10, 11 years ago. But even back then, I knew nothing about YouTube. But this is a great thing, 100,000, and it's only the beginning. We're going to keep pushing forward. The real goal is 1 million, because I want to help as many people improve their credit score and know about credit and how it works as possible. So that's the goal. Hopefully you all pay it forward and put more people onto my channel. But anyways, don't make the mistake that I talk about in this video, all right? This is Water Your Soil. I appreciate you all for watching, and I'm out. Wait. Before you leave, be sure to check out the description box below. That way you can have all the credit resources from Water Your Soil. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button as well, all right?